Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea, and I have another video for you guys. Today, I want to talk about Bitcoin, take a look at the SP 500, because there's some interesting things that we need to be talking about. So without further ado, let's hop into this video. So guys, right now Bitcoin is trading basically even on the day at $43,135. Bitcoin dominance level is relatively where we are from yesterday as well, at about 51.2%, when you exclude stablecoins at about 53.2%. Now, yesterday I was talking about how I expect Bitcoin dominance to slowly make its way back up as we get closer to this halving. It's kind of what we've been seeing here. When Bitcoin makes these swift moves in a pre-halving year, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, it usually garners a lot of Bitcoin dominance inflow. That's usually what we like to see, and that's what is happening. It's part of the 4-year cycle. And that being said, I am looking at some very, very interesting altcoins. If we do get that Bitcoin dominance to come up a little bit higher, I'm looking to enter in. And over on Bitcoin, I've been talking about this level here that I've created, this box. Basically, anything under $40,000 is a nice level to be looking at entering into some more altcoins, or even entering just into Bitcoin if you're feeling underexposed. I've been buying all the way down and all the way through this entire market so far, throughout this bear market back here. But I always am looking for new plays and new projects that I want to increase my exposure in when the opportunity seems fit. Just like when we came down and we wicked down, I caught this bottom here. When Bitcoin came down to about 38,000, I bought a few Ethereum, which is very nice, but now we are bouncing off of it. In my opinion, I am expecting a little bit of sideways price action, and I was expecting a little bit of a spillover by the end of February back into this box, say to maybe even a price target of about 35,000. I think that's about as the worst we could see. I mean, but if you really zoom out and you want to pay attention to the trend of what's going on, the worst we really could see is probably 28,000. I think that's really aggressive, but all in all, my target, if we do spill over, is about $35,000, around that area. That being said, some invalidations. If we get a weekly candle close above about the $46,000 price level, above this yellow line, I think we're kind of off to the races pre-halving, and I think that we're going to be breaking out above 50,000, 55,000, maybe even testing previous highs, which would be incredible to see. Do I want to see that right now? No, not necessarily. I don't want to see that right now. I want to see a little bit more of this higher low price action forming, because the more of these stair steps we see like this, the higher the price will go, and for the longer it will stay there, which is what we want to see. That's how we want to make more money, guys. But all in all here, I want to say, if we don't make that breakdown by the end of February, I do expect that there's a higher likelihood chance that we break out to the upside, and we just consolidate at this level, which would be very, very, very bullish to see that. If we could just consolidate around this $43,000 to $40,000 price level, it'd be very, very bullish. And let's be honest, guys, we are very, very close to the bull market. We're only a few months away from the halving in April. It's about that time. We're getting closer and closer to that time. Don't think for a second that we won't see some crazy wicks to the downside, crazy wicks to the upside, and many people will panic and get shaken out. Just try not to be one of them, guys. But I do want to talk about the S&P 500 a little bit, because there are many stocks that are looking a little bit toppy. I've seen a lot of people talk about how, oh, we need to see a pullback. We need to see a pullback on the overall stock market. Sure, I think that that's a valid statement when we're looking at the S&P 500. That being said, guys, I mean, we've been trading sideways and to the downside. I mean, mainly to the downside. We had about 2 years, guys. 2 years. A full year of downward price action. Now we've been recovering over the past year. We could easily see this continue to break out to the upside. This is an election year in the U.S., which is usually very, very bullish, because you can't be having the market tanking when you want to be reelected. It's a simple game that gets played. But that being said, sure, could we spill over a little bit? Could this be a double top action? Sure, that could happen, even though we have broken out above that price level. We have gotten weekly candle closes on the S&P above it. Could we spill over? Yes, of course we could spill over. Do I think it will be a large continuation of the downside, making a nice W? No, I don't think that would happen. If that were to happen this year, that would be a very shocking thing. People will lose their mind if that happens. But that's calling for very, very extreme price action to see something like that happen. But I am paying attention to people calling for these larger moves. I mean, there are a lot of these larger companies that are holding up the S&P 500 right now. A lot of big tech is holding it up. Nvidia rallying very, very extensively. Apple rallying, Microsoft rallying. A lot of these big tech companies are basically holding up this S&P 500 right now. And guys, we want to see the S&P continue to the upside, because when the S&P does that, well, Bitcoin much more likely will do that as well. It is favorable for risk on assets being Bitcoin when we see the S&P 500 make those moves. But guys, if you like these quick updates, please like this video, subscribe to the channel right now. It helps us out a lot. We're at 14,200, almost at 15K. Very exciting, and almost at 3,000 videos. We're going to keep making this content for you guys. Also, please feel free to follow me on Twitter at 333Blacksea. I'm very, very active over there. Also, please check out some awesome referral links we have down below this video. A $4,100 sign-up bonus to Femex. All you got to do is click the link, trade, sign up. You get a bunch of free money. It's awesome. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.